off a nice, impressive Monday night win. They were healthy defensively, clobbered the Raiders, and now Philadelphia comes to town. Cowboys are a 3.5-point underdog. And what's really noteworthy is that Dak Prescott, I'm not really an awards guy or a stat guy, whatever. Dak is going to become, if he throws for 160 yards, the all-time Cowboys leader, team record in yards thrown for. Now he'll surpass Tony Romo. Now, Dak did have two advantages over Romo. Dak, for about a 7-year stretch, had the best offensive line in the NFL. Tony Romo, for a lot of years, was running for his life. And number two, it's more of a passing league now than when Tony Romo or Aikman played. But here's where I love Dak. Tony Romo always felt like he was ad-libbing a little more, especially late, than I'd love from my quarterback, playing out of structure. Dak feels very prepared, can play out of structure, is great in it, and much more focused. Dak is a professional quarterback, and the Cowboys are third in the league in points since he arrived. He is mature. He is prepared. It's all about football and team, and he's an unbelievable leader. I know he was a fourth-round draft pick. I understand that. He is a blue-chip 5-star leader. He's had 3 head coaches. He's had 4 offensive coordinators. Jerry's gotten a little quirkier as he's aged. He had the Zeke circus, the Dak circus, distracted Micah, and yet Dak just always shows up and wins double-digit games. Even with Brian Schottenheimer, we all had our doubts. Dallas is an elite offense. So even this week, Raiders game, why didn't CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens start? They were out at the Red Rock Casino having a few flavored cocktails and missed curfew. And it didn't matter. Dak went out and threw 4 touchdowns, 139 passer rating. Dak is the guy at the podium on Wednesday, pregame, postgame, a circus and noise all around him, plays within structure, unbelievably coachable, and as good a leader as the NFL has at his position. That's why I always say, it's why I'm so hard on the Johnny Manziels out there. That's why I'm so tough on silly Jameis Winston. Maturity, focus, no distractions. There's enough noise in Dallas. Dak never has to provide it.
Yeah. I mean, Dak is always the grown-up for this Cowboys team. And, I talked about this when they won against the Raiders, how much they were celebrating and going so over the top. And some Cowboys fans got mad at me because they said they were celebrating because of the unfortunate tragedy. And I was like, let's not use that as a reason why they were celebrating. George Pickens hugging the goalpost, stuff like that's ridiculous. And it's like, well, they're out in Vegas partying. So, yeah. But I think when you look at the Cowboys and look at some of the chaos that ensues there, yeah, Dak deserves a tremendous amount of credit. And Colin's like, if he passes for 160 yards, he will. And that's actually pretty cool for Dak to surpass the record against the Philadelphia Eagles at home in his own crowd. Like, that'll be a cool moment for Dak. I can't imagine the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles have a great defense right now, but they're not holding him to under 160 yards. That means then things are going wrong. I'm pumped for this game. I feel like over these last couple of years, the Eagles-Cowboys games haven't had a lot of juice to them. There was always like interesting circumstances. One team starting to fall apart or injuries, backup quarterbacks, another team, the game doesn't really matter for them because they're already in the playoffs or whatever it is. There was always like other situations, and now this game actually feels like the importance and the level of competitiveness should be at its height, especially for it mattering. But it is interesting because both teams are going into this game with question marks, and they complement each other. The Eagles' offense, not quite right? And it's just not working. And whether it's because of the O-line, whether it's because of Kevin Patullo, Jalen Hurts, whoever you want to blame, doesn't matter. It's not quite what you want it to be. Saquon Barkley, et cetera, et cetera. And now the Cowboys' defense has been terrible all season long, but now you got some health, you made some trades, and now you're believing it. And that's what's going to be so interesting because the Eagles' offense hasn't been great. And now if the Cowboys' defense was great and they slow down the Eagles' offense, now like everyone's gonna like freak out and be like, see, the Cowboys are great. They got a great offense and got a great defense, and you're gonna be like, well, I don't know. Like the Eagles' offense hasn't been very, they've been very inconsistent. They got blown out by the Giants. Is anyone saying the Giants have this great defense? And on we go. And so that's why this game feels very unpredictable to me. And what the narrative, I mean, honestly, the narratives will be kind of predictable to me in a lot of ways, especially depending on if you're looking at it through the Cowboys lens or through the Eagles lens. And so that's where I'm going to be so fascinated too, because let's say that the Eagles offense looks great. Let's say the Eagles offense looks great. They hang 35 points, right? Let's say the Eagles win this game, perfect scenario for the Eagles. They win this game. They hang 35. It's 35-21 or 24, whatever it is. Then the argument could be like, again, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this Eagles offense is back. They're looking good. There you go. And it's just like, well, is the Cowboys defense really that good? And then you have to get caught in this conversation where you're like, well, the Bears looked good against this defense, and the Broncos looked good against this defense, but that defense was actually technically worse than what it was against the Eagles because they're healthier now and they made trades, and it still becomes kind of messy. And so yeah, that's why this game is very much just what is the quality of play. How does this Dallas Cowboys offense look against this Philadelphia Eagles defense? How does this Philadelphia Eagles offense look against this Dallas Cowboys defense? To me, it's not about Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. It's not even about Schottenheimer versus Sirianni or Fangio versus Schottenheimer. Like it's not even that. It's just very much like we got these two teams collectively, both doing some great things at various times and both seemingly dropping the ball, but the Eagles are able to come away, even if their offense isn't great, they're still able to come away with wins, where the Cowboys, when they haven't been playing at their best, they get beat kind of convincingly, like against the Broncos or the Bears, etc. I mean, their record is obviously worse than the Eagles. And so, yeah, this just feels like an old-fashioned Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles game. Nothing else beyond that. Nothing else beyond that. No big, strong narratives about Mike McCarthy or Jason Garrett. No big, strong narratives about Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. And I know people want to try to make that about it. Like, will Dak deliver in crucial NFC East matchup? But to me, that's not really the story. That's not really the narrative. That's not really the conversation. Especially since the Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts just became the Super Bowl MVP. Like it's just I don't know. I just see this as a good old fashioned Eagles versus Cowboys. Let's go. Both teams have been playing well. Again, I know people won't necessarily say overall the Cowboys have been playing well because of their record and some of their losses, but I think especially that offense has obviously been playing well. And I do think this defense is now better than what they showed against the Bears, the Cardinals, the Packers and whatnot. And the Eagles defense now I think is better now than it was earlier on the season and throughout the season, and especially since week 1. But has the Eagles offense changed? And you're just like, I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling about that. So it's just the way how this game complements each other. I find it fascinating. Both puzzle pieces fit together, but then also it's like a puzzle piece that it goes together, but you can't quite, it won't push down. You're it's the right piece, but the puzzle piece got warped or whatever, and so you're just it won't go in all the way. That's what it feels like right now. It's like how is this going to complement each other? They fit together. The narratives fit together. The offense versus defense fits together. The battles, the matchups fit together. But will it? Will it? So I'm excited for this game. And I do think it'll be a cool moment for Dak to get those yards, and I think it'll be a cool moment for him to do that against the Philadelphia Eagles, a division rival. My guess would probably be the team that he likes to face the most. His favorite game, my guess, would probably be against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. That would probably be my guess of something that he wants to win that game more than anything. Again, that would be my guess. So I think for him to be able to become the all-time passing record or passing yards for the Dallas Cowboys against the Eagles at home. Would be a pretty cool moment for him. And obviously he wants to deliver a win as well. So we will see. We will see. And I'll be making, if you're an Eagles video, popping into this video, I'm going to make another, I'll be making like an Eagles-centered video as well. I just wanted to look at this, especially from Dak and the Dallas Cowboys right now. Because, yeah, this is a fascinating game right now. We got robbed, especially last year, of Dallas Cowboys Eagles games, and then even this season, week 1, it's like who knows what's going on in week 1? Standalone game. There was the lightning or whatever. Like, it's just hard. This is the first Eagles Dallas Cowboys game in a while. Not even 23 really mattered, I don't think. Eagles were falling apart. They weren't even really that good that year, despite what their record showed. 22. I think one of the games was Gardner Minshew or something, or at the end when the Eagles just didn't care because they were pretty much solidified with their standings. And I don't recall what happened in 21 at this point. It was either Jalen Hurts as a rookie or, probably, I guess that's then what it would be. And then 2020, right, and that with now Carson Wentz nonsense or whatever, or maybe Jalen stepping in at that, this game is actually like a complete game right now. Cowboys trying to prove their worth, Eagles trying to sustain their worth, have already played each other, a tough matchup, a weird matchup, a week 1 that you don't really know how to make sense of it. Questions about both these teams, division rival, Eagles on the road, Cowboys at home. It's exciting, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys? Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. I'm curious, what do you guys think the narratives are of this game, and what do you think the narrative should be, the story, the conversation going into this game? Is it about Dak and the Eagles and Jalen versus Dak, whatever it may be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.